Strong's H7398. Rechuv. Rechuv.
That's how he says it, yes. I'm just going to go to the Rechuv. Rechuv. So I'm just going to go to the biblical Strong's definitions, yeah? So Rechuv is from passive... passive participle of H7392, a vehicle, yeah, a vehicle. So that's describing the clouds, chariots, as vehicles, yeah, and these what people would commonly known as the U.A.Ps, or unidentified aerial phenomenon, which used to be called unidentified flying objects. So people, you know, whether you believe it or not, the scriptures go into it. Yeah, we've just given you two scriptures there to explain what the clouds are. You know, that YAHAWASHI will return in what the scriptures called a cloud, and the Psalms 104, which we've just read, says who maketh the clouds his chariot, yeah, which is a vehicle. All right. So the reason why I've got these two scriptures out is because there's an article that I'm going to go into. 1 second. NASA. So it's in the A register. I've got a video, Lord's will, I'll bring that up too. Got a video saying on the same subject, right? NASA picks its UFO hunting, unidentified aerial phenomena hunting team. The truth is out there, and 16 people have been tasked to find it. These elites know exactly what's coming, exactly who's coming, Salakia. Exactly who's coming. They know YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI is going to return. Yeah? He's going to return on ships, and this is how he's going to return. I'm going to go to information. 1 second. When he does return, that's going to be after the MOTB, the microchip mark of the beast, is being established. The elect will not receive that, clearly, yeah, right, because that's been written. The final World War, the World War III, the third woe, will be at its culmination, and the nukes will be flying. YAHAWASHI will return, and when he returns, Isaiah 31 gives you a idea of how, you know. And it says, Isaiah 31:5, as birds flying, so will the Lord, that's YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI, of hosts, that's of armies, hosts means armies, defend Jerusalem, which is Jerusalem. Jerusalem's a people before it's a place. Yeah. So yeah, defend Jerusalem, defending also. He will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. Yeah, so the elect will, I'm going to give you just a couple of scriptures on this. I'm going to read this, Matthew 24:30, and it's in red. So YAHAWASHI said these words: and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Yeah, in the skies, right? The different levels of heaven. And then shall all tribes of the earth mourn. So when he returns, the people are going to be mourning, because they're going to realize, oh, what have we done? Yeah, what have we done? Right, to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai's people, and even to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, by not recognizing who they are, the true power of the Lord. Yeah. All the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds. We've already gone into the what the clouds are. So it's the vehicles of the Lord, yeah, of heaven, with power and great glory. So when he returns as birds flying, him at the Yahawashi at the helm, and the angels following him, yeah, in their chariots too. And there it goes, Matthew 24:31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect of the house of his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So the elect will be gathered from around the world. I'm just going to get one more scripture on this. So, like I said, when briefly give you a summary of it, when the nukes fly over, the elect will be gathered up, and this is just one scripture to give you a visual example of, or literal example, and put a vision in your mind of what's going to be said and done. Isaiah 26:20. Come, my people, that's the elect of the house of Israel, house of David, the house of Israel. Yashar Allah, princes of power. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself, as if it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast. So the elect will be beamed up, as it explains in, will be gathered, as it explains in Matthew 24:13-31. And then they will be protected in the ships, as I've explained in the previous verses in Revelation 1:7 and Psalms 104, which are the clouds, which are the chambers, the clouds, which are the chariots of the Lord, the vehicles. Yeah, and this is going to happen when the destruction occurs. Right. These are just a few scriptures, so I'm not going to be exhaustive with all the scriptures. This is just to say, just to show that even though Esau Edom does know, on the super elites, the very, very tippity top of the elites, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Yeah, they know what's happening, and they're preparing for that war in heaven, as described in Revelation 12 and around about 7th verse. But let me get that. So go straight to the point. What I'm going to do is, Lord's will, I'm going to go to 2nd Esdras 13th chapter and just read a few of those scriptures where it says Yahawashi will return on a mountain. Yeah, what Esdras perceived as a mountain, it was that big. That's how big Yahawashi ship's going to be. Yeah. So because the victory's already been completed, you know. Revelation 15 goes into that. You know. Where the elect are looking down on the sea of glass, looking down on the fire. Right. Anyway, so Revelation 12 and 7. There was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. So this in code it describes the nations after ceasing from fighting from one another, because that's what's going to happen. I'm going to read. Loz will read that. They're going to band together, and they're going to attempt to fight YAHAWASHI and the angels, right, in the heavens, in the skies, all right. But they're gonna be defeated within 1 hour. Revelation 18 goes into that. So, so it's beautiful to know. This is just amazing. Call hello YAHAWASHI for allowing us to understand the truth. Yeah, by your will and your grace, we'll endure to the end. So where am I gonna go now? I'll go to the video now. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, check out
So yeah, so you see now, obviously the image that they're showing there was quite an old image of a chariot. Alright, so but there's been plenty sightings in Ukraine. I mean, this is why they're putting this so-called group together to investigate, but they know what's coming. And this is why they've got the Space Force and such things, because they know what's coming. Yeah, so I'm going to read a few of these lines in 2 Esdras 13th chapter. If you want to get a understanding of what the angels look like, you go into Ezekiel, the 1st chapter, yeah, and the ships and you know, 4 wings and 4 faces. You read that. I'd advise you to read that if you've not read that. So I'm going to read this here now. I'm going to start. We'll get straight to the point. I'm going to start from 2, and bear with me 1 second. So lucky for that. So it's on the screen, but I'm going to read it from my Bible. And I beheld, so 2 Esdras 13th chapter, and the 3rd verse. I'll start the 3rd verse. And I beheld, and in Salaki, I can't see. Oh man. Here we are. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. Yeah, this as described in Isaiah 31:5. You know, as birds flying. Right, we've got war in heaven, Revelation 12:7, I've just read as well. With the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. You know, so as it went into Matthew 24, all the earth's going to tremble. Yeah, everybody's you know, going to be affrighted, even some of the elect, yeah? Yeah, because you're not going to know you're the elect until you're beamed up, right? And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, this is kind of a metaphor, yeah? All they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. So what's that? What that is explaining is the beams of the lasers coming out of the ships. Yeah, it's not literally the voice; it's the beams coming out of the ship. Yeah, to burn up whoever's going to get burnt up. Yeah, by the lasers. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. So, you know, like I said, they're going to try and fight. Yeah, they're going to gather themselves together, stop fighting each other, and try and fight Yahweh, bahasham YAHAWASHI when he returns. But I beheld, and lo, that man graved himself a great mountain. So that's how big the ship is going to be, and flew upon it. So YAHAWASHI's ship is going to be, vehicle is going to be absolutely just, wow, like a great mountain, as just says it. Just massive. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. So is that big that Esdras couldn't even, he thought, okay, this is a mountain. Where's the mountain come from? You know, that's how big it's going to be. But he couldn't see where it was come from. Second of just 13 and 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. So no matter, even though the nations are going to be scared to fight Yahweh, bahasham YAHAWASHI when he returns, yeah, they're going to fight. But like I said, like the scriptures say in Revelation 18th chapter, it's going to take 1 hour. They're going to get dealt with 1 hour. And lo, 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, like I've explained, the lasers, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. Yeah. So they can do all their investigation. If you want to continue to read that, I'd advise you to, because it's really good visualization, written, that you're gonna have to imagine that war in heaven. It's brilliant, you know, it's brilliant, it's amazing. And also further down in the chapter, it explains how the 10 tribes left, basically left Babylon and travelled to America. So for those, this is just a side note, for those who say the Native Americans and the Latinos are not Israelites too, they just got it wrong. They just don't know what, you know, YAHAWASHI has not opened their eyes to that information. With that, Lord's will, this was edifying to the elect of Yasharallah. I'm going to say, Barakatah Yahweh, bahasham YAHAWASHI, bahasham Akakudash. Double honours to the apostles, elders and teachers of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Lord's will, this was edifying. Adonai Ratazah. Shalom.